Everyone's losing their jobs, even doctors. Yes, doctors are getting fired and they're not hiring. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly why this is happening and then show you what I did to build my own path. And if you like these topics, give this video a like so I know to make more. In the old world, there were massive barriers that made it really hard for people to work for themselves. The first barrier was finding people. If you were a company, you had to post ads, you had to do interviews, and you just had to hope that a good enough person would apply for the job. The second barrier was paying people. You needed payroll systems, you need accountants, you need banks. It was complicated. And the third barrier was trusting people. You didn't know how good they were, how qualified they were. You need to ask for letters of rec or references. You had to do background checks. You have to do trial periods. And so because of these three barriers, it was just easier for companies to hire people on full time and bring them in-house. And that's why massive companies existed. But technology destroyed all of these barriers. We don't really need a company to find customers or clients for us. We could go build our own audience on YouTube, on social media. We could connect with people on LinkedIn, on X, on Instagram, and you can literally reach anyone around the world. And to get paid, I didn't need to rely on a payroll department anymore. I know that could be so annoying sometimes. Like this one company I worked at, they wouldn't pay you for like 60 days. So whatever work that I did in September, I wouldn't see that paycheck until November. But now I can get paid directly. You got Stripe, and by the way, if you do work for a company that ends up doing some shady stuff, that has trickle-down effects on you. So because of this, I started building for myself. I started making YouTube videos while I was still working full-time as a doctor. And I started a coaching service on the side. I was working with students. I was basically working for myself on my own terms. And I'm telling you all this because you don't really need an employer anymore. The barriers are gone. You just need to understand how to leverage the skills that you already have. For me, I leveraged the skills that I got from being a doctor, and not the medical knowledge, right? Not the stuff about like blood pressure and diabetes. I'm talking about the meta skills, the ability to study and learn anything fast, the ability to be productive under pressure, the ability to communicate complex ideas simply, the way that I did with my patients. All of those skills that I named, those were transferable across any industry, right? So what about you? What skills do you have from your job or your experiences? Maybe you're good with money. Maybe you're a good project manager. Maybe you're a great writer. Maybe you can teach. Maybe you can type really fast. Whatever these skills are, big or small, you want to identify them because that is your advantage. And so once you identify that, the next step here is very important. And it's not just to document what you can do, not just to create your portfolio, which is very important, but when you make content, you can teach people.
What the hell?
And if you've been watching our channel for a while, then you'll know that we've harped on this so much that the best way to learn and level up is to teach others what you know. When you teach something, you basically learn it twice. And while you're teaching and leveling yourself up, you are building career capital. I learned this from Cal Newport from his book, So Good They Can't Ignore You. He talks about career capital. That's the rare and valuable skills that you build over time that give you more options in the market. And so it's things like your hard and soft skills, your work experience, your CVs, your resumes, and in today's world, it's your content that's your career capital. Every video that you make, every post that you write, every piece of value that you put out there to the world, that's your proof. That's the leverage that you can use. Because when you have content, then you have options. No matter what the economy looks like, you have a way to work for yourself. Now, whether you've already been creating content or you're looking to get started, that is exactly what we help people with, especially for YouTube. So if you want our help, let us know, links down below. But I will tell you this, that content alone is not enough. You definitely need a plan or a strategy. You need a timeline. So that's what I'm gonna show you next. So number one, I'm gonna write skills, but of course, I mean skills, knowledge, credentials, experiences, anything that you have spent any amount of time or money to acquire and get better at. Once you identified your skills, then you want to start building your proof of work, which is your content. Well, the next thing you gotta do is think about your timeline. I'll tell you my timeline here, is that you wanna start building something for yourself when all things are stable, not when it's too late. Don't wait until you're drowning to start building a lifeboat. Build it while you're on solid ground. I wasn't necessarily trying to replace my doctor salary yet, but I was trying to get proof of work. I was trying to answer the question, can I do this? And will people actually pay for it? Right, so I'll say months 1 and 2, this is the time to build and validate your capabilities. And once you're validated, meaning that you can get people results, you can actually help people, and you can prove that people would pay you for the things that you do, then it's time to look for more customers. So in months 3 to 4, I would recommend starting to build your marketing systems. How do I get more customers? How do I deliver them results faster? And how do I deliver them results reliably? At this time, I was still employed. I still had my safety net, but I was testing and refining, right? And getting more customers and serving them, it's basically supply and demand. So you gotta generate demand for what you do, right? So you make content online. So when people started joining our programs, joining our online courses, joining our communities, we had all these material, right? We had worksheets and courses and coaches, an entire pipeline to help get all these students results in the exact same way. And once you have that dialed in, months 5 to 6 is when you start trying to scale the whole operation. How do you make more money? Maybe you raise prices, maybe you get more customers, and how do you deliver on those customers faster? Better systems, maybe you got some software or AI automations to help you, maybe you're hiring, maybe you're working with another few, and you're gradually trying to scale up this side hustle income to potentially replace your day job. And not everyone's gonna stick to this month-to-month plan, right? It depends on how much time you're actually putting into the work in the beginning. But once you've been able to go through all these steps, then you'll soon see that you don't need your job anymore. When you have options, when you have proof that it works, you have the income, then you're in control. And for me, now, I made more money than I did when I was a doctor, and I can work from anywhere I want to, and I control my own schedule. And nobody can really take that away from me. You're now free to work for yourself. You got financial freedom, you got time freedom. Well, I guess depending on if you actually have an online business, then you do have location freedom. So I would say that Naval's prediction is right. We are moving back to a world where people work for themselves. The transaction costs and the barriers are all gone. In the future, yes, we'll probably still see corporations and maybe mega corporations like in the cyberpunk worlds, but there'll be a lot more individuals and small teams powered by AI working for themselves and building their own thing. But the job market itself, it's not safe anymore. We see how AI is coming in, disrupting the whole economy. And so right now, while times are still safe and you're still relatively stable, build something for yourself. Set up a path for yourself so that you have that insurance policy. So obviously there's a lot more to these steps, but I just wanted to get the main strategy out there. But if you want the exact system, how to build content, how to build an audience, how to test and validate what you can sell, then my brother and I, we can show you exactly how to do it. And we've done it multiple times. Right now, if you want access to those, you can definitely join our newsletter, and it's all yours for free. All these resources, we have our creator company playbook, how to go from 0 to $1 million in your creator business. Check the description below. Start building today, and I'll see you next time.